Okay, this is just a short demonstration of how you can actually share any resources with your students. You may have PowerPoint notes that you want to share them, and it's very easy to do. Now, you will be able to do this through StudyWiz when it comes into the school, because that takes the information from the ePortal and it will take your whole class as a set. But in the meantime, if you don't want to wait for StudyWiz and you want to give them, particularly maybe your 6th year's notes and resources coming up to their exams, very, very easy to do. The first thing I'd recommend you do is that you email Brian Monaghan. Just go into your email and find Brian's name and ask him to set you up with a Live@Edu account. Now, it is just a Hotmail account and you can set your own up, but if you're going through Brian, it's a school-based Hotmail account and he'll make one through the school, and it protects you because you will be emailing students' work basically, so I would recommend that you do that. Now, all the students in St. Fantina's have Live@Edu accounts. So all you have to do is, when you have your account, you simply go to www.hotmail.com and you will sign in. Now, I've been here before, so it's remembered me. But again, you just sign in. So your username and then your password. Okay, now Brian will set that up for you. Once it's set up, then like any email account, you have the options to change your password, which you probably want to do. Okay, normally you do that there up under options and change your password. Okay, so when you get in here, what you're looking for is, you're not going into your mail, that's your normal email. Where you're going is into the SkyDrive. Now, the SkyDrive is simply online storage of folders. So it's kind of like SharePoint. Okay, we're not using SharePoint for students, we're going to use StudyWiz, but in the meantime, use your Live@Edu SkyDrives. So in here you have an awful lot of space. You've actually got 25 gigabytes that you can store here. If that gets full, if you find you're putting lots of notes there, you can actually just very simply set up a second Live@Edu account, but 25 gigabytes is quite big. So the first thing you need to do is you want to create a folder. Now, I'm going to do this based on a subject. So I'm going to pretend I am geography. Okay, so I'm going to basically create 6th year geography. Okay. Now, I don't want to share this file just with myself. I don't want to share it with everybody, which is everyone in Hotmail. I want to select people that I want to share it with. Now, again, just ignore those two. Change the categories you can ignore. What you're going to do then is come down here to individuals. Now, at this stage, what you're going to do is you're going to type in the names, the email addresses of your class. Now, the students know them, so you can simply send a sheet of paper around and get them to write in, or you've got a set of them in the school which you can borrow and compare it against your teacher journal. So in this case, I'm just going to put in a couple of names. These are only test names now. I'm going to pretend these are students. Actually, he's B. Monaghan. Okay, now I'm pretending these are students. All I have to do is, when I want to go on to the next name, is to use the colon. When I do that, it pops down there. So I'm going to put in a second name now. I'm going to put in myself. There I am there. And I can select my name and so on. Now, when you have the whole class's name, probably with students, you only want them to view the files. If you were sharing with other teachers or anyone else, you can choose this selection here, which add, edit details, goodness me, add details, delete files. You obviously don't want the students, so you leave it there as standard. And you go down through your class. Now, it won't take that long. If your class is quite big, it will, but if you have the list of names in front of you, it shouldn't take too long to pop them all in. And they're set up usually quite easily, like John.Smith08 at St. Fantina's and so on. When you've finished entering your class names, you select Next. Okay, here you're going to drag and drop the files in. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to have the files on this computer. Okay, they could be on a memory stick and so on. So select files from your computer. Okay, now the larger the file, the longer it will take to upload. So in this case, I'm going to put in a very simple Word document. So I'm just going into my documents. Again, I could just browse for wherever I had the file. I'm going to pop this one in here because I know it's a small Word document. Okay, so that has gone in there. If I had a number of files, I could put them in there. In this case, I'm going to select upload. So select files from your computer if you want to put more files in. So upload. Again, that's not a very large file. It's only 37 kilobytes, so it didn't take too long. Now, when you've put the information into the folder, people don't know they're there. So for the first time, you need to let them know. So select let people know. Okay, include your message. You probably need to do this. So you could say, students, here is your geography file. It could be a folder on a particular topic that you want to send them. So on whatever topic, right? Now this button here, if you're dealing with students, they all have Windows Live ID because the accounts, the email accounts that they have, the Live at Edu accounts, are all Windows Live ID ones. But if you're dealing with anyone outside, not Hotmail accounts or not at Edu accounts, you need to select that because basically it means they couldn't get in to see them unless they had a Live at Edu account. They're using that as a way of getting people in. But if you just click it anyway, it means that anyone who receives this link can view the files. So in this case, Brian and myself are not Live at Edu accounts up there, so I would click it there and then hit send. Okay, so you can see now I have just shared this folder and I've sent a link to it. Now, what I need to do is go back and just check that main folder section. So I can just simply go back here to my SkyDrive. So now you can see the 6th year geography file is listed there. This one here, this documents file, has a little lock on it. That means that folder, when I set it up, it's just shared with me. Okay? This one here was shared with people I selected. Okay, now if you want to delete, there's lots of help for you in there in the help section. If you're not sure how to do things, if you just select help there, a help icon opens, you can type in your question and it will obviously help you out. So things like if you want to delete folders, if you want to move folders, if you want to change your folder permissions, if you want to allow people to edit files, you can find all the information in there. In the meantime though, I'm just going to show you quickly how to delete a folder. So if you want to delete that folder, what you do is you click on the folder to open it. Okay, you go over here, sorry, to this more section here, and here you hit delete. So again, you can rename it, edit permissions from here as well. But if you delete the folder, it says you're about to permanently delete the 6th year geography and all its contents from the SkyDrive, and they won't be able to access it. Well, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so that's basically a very quick way on how to share your folders and your notes with your students. Particularly useful if you want to share your notes with your students coming up to exams at this point. Don't wait for StudyWiz. You can do this very, very quickly. Won't take you that long. Obviously, if you're uploading files, you need a good internet connection, so you may want to do it from home. Just make sure that you have your Live at Edu accounts addresses that you know